I will be reviewing Komal Pandey's diet. Best diet for you is, so overall I would give this diet. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aditi Guha and here we talk all about weight loss, hormonal balance and PCOS. In today's video, I will be reviewing Komal Pandey's diet and answering the question, will you lose weight on Komal Pandey's diet? So if you are interested and you are someone wondering like how do celebrities maintain their weight, or if I follow their diet, will I get their body, then this video is for you. I started these video series with one purpose in mind, and that is to break the myth about the diet culture and to basically prove that the best diet for you is the diet that has been customized and planned while keeping your needs in mind. So the way the diet review is structured is that I review it on 5 parameters. One is the nutritional composition, like is the food overall nutritious? The second aspect is it satiating? That is, will you feel full after eating it, or will you still want to eat, or you can overeat this food? Third, gut health. Fourth, whether this diet is going to be practical in the long term, that is it sustainable? And last but not the least, the overall calorie composition. So first I will be commenting on the diet as the video rolls, and then I shall summarize on all these 5 parameters and give you a score and answer the question, will you lose weight on Komal Pandey's diet? So let's see what she eats for breakfast.
This is what my breakfast looks like right now. That's चीला. ये बेसन का चीला है. इसमें प्याज और मिर्ची वगैरह है. इसको olive oil में बनाया है. ज़्यादा olive oil नहीं डाला है. And that's how I like it. And these are some fruit. That's some warm water. या तो almond milk पीती हूँ या तो soya milk पीती हूँ. I don't consume dairy at all. तो चाय अभी उसमें बन रही है. And yeah. That's my egg also. So apart from all of that you saw on the dining table, I will eat all of this as well.
So she's eating moong dal chilla, she's having tea with milk and some fruits and along with eggs. So that's a lot of things. What I would have done is, I think eggs and moong dal chilla is really good, and if somebody wants to have green chutney with the moong dal chilla, that is also fantastic because that acts as a prebiotic. Tea with milk is fine along with it. I would actually separate the fruit. I wouldn't really have it especially with tea or even in the breakfast. I would rather move it to a mid-morning or a mid-afternoon meal because sometimes some people do get acidity when they have it with the food. It's just better to have it as a separate entity altogether.
And that's the almond milk tea, and ये है jaggery. मैं चीनी नहीं लेती हूँ बिल्कुल भी.
So here she mentions that she doesn't have sugar, but she has gur powder or jaggery powder. So in my opinion, the whole point is that, it's not actually my opinion, the truth is that sugar is sugar. Okay? Now when you have it as jaggery or brown sugar or honey or dates, the thing that is changing is a little bit of the composition. They have a little more benefit. So between a jaggery and a sugar, jaggery has some more nutritions in it. However, when it comes to the pure carb part of it, it is pretty similar, which basically means that if you overdo with jaggery, you may still become insulin resistant or you may still not be able to lose weight. So that's an important point to bear. Second thing is, after you have too much of processed jaggery, you pretty much sometimes lose out on the benefits. So one of the ways that we used to have it as children was we used to get the whole slab of jaggery and that was ground and we used to have that. That is a better way of consuming because it's less processed. Anyway, when things get processed, you lose out on their benefits. So let's see what she has for her pre-workout.
So right before my workout, I generally have 4 pieces of badam. केला मैं खाना पसंद नहीं करती हूँ, तो केला होता नहीं है घर में. या फिर ब्लैक कॉफ़ी, पर वो मेरे से पूरा पिया नहीं जाता ब्लैक कॉफ़ी. तो I generally resort to dry fruits right before I work out.
So she mentioned she has almonds. That's actually fantastic. I think it's a good pre-workout meal. It doesn't really make you very full, but it gives you sustained energy. And if it's the first thing in the morning, I would just pair it with some black coffee to boost the metabolism. Okay, so let's see what she has post-workout.
After my working out, I'm usually famished, like I'm starved, so I need my breakfast. So अभी जैसे मैं चीला खा रही हूँ, but कभी कभी मैं ग्रेनोला ले लेती हूँ. Actually कभी कभी नहीं, 2 दिन पहले मैंने एक नया I got like this really nice wheat-free granola from La Marche, that with almond milk, dry fruits, fruit, chai, has to be almond milk, no dairy. I do not consume any kind of dairy, and no sugar. Sugar की जगह सिर्फ गुड़ पाउडर.
Okay, so she has granola bar. This is again the whole health halo industry, which has got the jaggery, which has got the granola bar, because they just make it sound healthy, but they're not actually that healthy. Post-workout, I would really prefer a good source of protein, because if depending on the kind of workout you're doing, you need to repair your muscles, and that happens through protein. You could have whey protein or you could have sattu, but something that is liquid so that you get the energy faster, but it is protein based drink. She also mentions she doesn't have a dairy, but she has almond and soy milk. It really depends on your preference. I don't think dairy is entirely bad, but it really depends on your inflammation markers. That is, do you feel gassy, bloated, or do you have a lot of breakouts? In which case, a detailed inflammation diagnosis needs to be done to see what could be the potential cause for this. Before moving on to the next point, if you're someone who is looking for weight loss solution, then I highly recommend that you check out my quiz, which is called What's Your Weight's Root Cause, and it will tell you what is the dominant cause preventing you from reaching your ideal body weight. So for lunch, let's see what she eats.
So for lunch today, again, not something very heavy. So I'm having brown rice. I'm a big time sucker of rice, but too bad I can't have it on a daily basis. Like not the normal rice, because काफी carbs होते हैं उसमें. Then we have dal. I love yellow dal, and we have beans. That's it. I love beans. I love green sabzi. I love green vegetables. This is my bowl, and this is 1 spoon. The second spoon. That's it. इतना लूंगी मैं, और अब मैं इसमें बहुत सारा दाल डाल. Actually, the point here is that चावल कम, सब्जी और दाल बहुत सारा. Now, सब्जी. Normally, I like having achar or like garlic chutney with it, but आज मैं ऐसे ही खाऊंगी.
She's having brown rice, dal and beans, and I really like it. What I really liked also was the proportion of, or the amount of beans she took to the rice. So that's really good, especially if you are someone who has PCOS with insulin resistance. This kind of proportion would be very beneficial. She also mentions that she usually has achar, but that day she didn't feel like it. Having homemade achar is actually very good for you. It also serves as a good prebiotic and source of good fat. So that's also pretty good. Now, if any of you here watching the video are experiencing a post-afternoon slump, I would add a spoon of ghee to the khichdi. So now let's watch what she eats for her snacks.
So generally, I am a big lover of these chips called nachni chips. So they're basically low-calorie, healthy snacks. You can binge on it, and way better than those processed chips that you get otherwise. And then I also snack on fruits. I told you I love grapes. I love watermelon juice. We'll have nachni chips in a bowl, and we will have some tea. We have some really good green tea in different flavors, different variants. We'll have that. So we'll just heat water, have some chips, have some tea, and then get back to shoot.
So she mentions she either has nachni chips, fruits, or watermelon juice plus green tea, or fruit plus nachni chips. I think this is not a good combination of diet. This is extremely carb heavy. I wouldn't also recommend having watermelon juice, because it just gives you an instant insulin spike. It also has no benefit of the watermelon. And even the nachni chips, even if they are baked, it doesn't matter. The problem is that it is just pure carbs. I would pair the nachni chips with something like hummus, a good hummus, or a guacamole dip, which will actually curb down your insulin spike. But I don't really buy into baked food. Again, they are very health halo kind of category. It makes us overeat because we think that, oh, this is baked, so I can eat whatever I like. Also, she has around 4 p.m. green tea. Now, this is a common thing that people forget, that green tea also includes caffeine. So if anybody is suffering from insomnia or has PCOS, I would recommend to have a caffeine curfew about 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. max, because it does cause a lot of adrenal fatigue and raises your cortisol levels. So now let's see what she has for dinner.
Dinner मैं बहुत ही light लेती हूँ, especially because a lot of times in the daytime, even though I have brown rice, rice is rice and it is carbs. So I try and take my dinner extremely light. I don't take wheat in my dinner. I try and eat chicken or like soya or any kind of salad. या फिर चीला फिर से, and like again like one egg, because you guys know I love eggs. So I'm having grilled chicken salad with a lot of lettuce.
So I can see salad, she's having grilled chicken, and I can't tell what dressing it is. I did not hear her say the name of the dressing. So I'm not a big fan of salads for night. It's a bit harder to digest, especially if you're having it around like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. and you're going to go bed at like 10. So if you're eating dinner, then it's just really hard to digest it. So what I would do instead is basically swap between her lunch and dinner. So if you want to have the salad with chicken, I would rather do it in the lunch time and have the khichdi or dal rice for night, because that's really easy on the gut and it will also ensure good sleep. Now, I couldn't see the dressing, but dressing is very, very critical. What is very important is when you're eating vegetables, you have to pair it with the right complementary condiments. Otherwise, the vegetable is not available to our body for absorption. So a lettuce has a lot of vitamin K, and that needs to be paired with, say, an olive oil. Now, many people who are very diet conscious, they skip having appropriate fat with their salad, and then basically what they end up having was not digested by the body. Now let's do a roundup on the 5 parameters. So when it comes to the nutritional composition, I think all her diet pretty much was very high on nutrition. Except for the nachni chips, I think she didn't have too many processed food. So I'll give her a 1-on-1 on that. Now when it comes to satiety of the food, I think the food had decent amount of satiety because there is protein pretty much in every meal except for her evening snack. That evening snack for many people may trigger a lot of craving. So for that point, I would just give it a 0.5. Now when it comes to gut health, from whatever I could see of the diet, it was pretty good on gut health. She did say that she has these chutneys and achars, but she did not have it that day. But overall, I think from a gut health perspective, it was good, except that the dinner might really cause a little bit of trouble for some people because it's just raw salad. So I'll give it about like a 0.5. Now, when it comes to is this diet sustainable, I do think it is. I think everything was pretty much homemade except for the salad, and for those people who don't want to have the salad, they can actually toss it, but I think it's pretty sustainable and practical diet to follow. And overall calorie composition, so if you see her portions, it's fantastic. That will definitely be a 1-on-1, but it is only going to be the evening snack that might lead to more overeating. But overall, I would think from the portions I saw her eat, it was 1-on-1. So overall, I would give this diet a 4 out of 5 for weight loss. So I hope you like this video, and if you want to check out more diet reviews, do check out Kareena Kapoor's diet review and Sara Ali Khan and Janhvi Kapoor's diet review while we come back next week with some other videos.